You probably have heard of the phrase using people's money to grow your wealth. This is leveraging money that you do not have today to capture growth opportunities or profitable opportunities. One of the ways that you can do this is through leveraged investment. This involves strategic borrowing so that the money you are borrowing is at a lower interest rate than what your money is going to achieve through the leveraged investment. So there are many ways you can do this. For example, in real estate, you may find that you have �1,000,000 shillings you have saved up for. You do not have enough to buy a house, for example, in 𝐏𝐿𝐴, where one bedroom is going for 5 to 6 million. So you can take a mortgage where the interest rate is low, maybe 8 to 9%. And after doing the math, you realize with the 1,000,000 shillings as down payment, you will be paying, for example, 35,000 in interest. Because of market forces, the one bedroom that you bought for 5 million could be fetching you 50, 60,000. And on top of that, the rental asset, that is the house, is appreciating in value, say at 10% every year. Now, if you are to do the leverage investment, then you realize in the example I gave you, the cost of credit is 35,000 every month. And maybe the rental income you are making is 50,000 shillings. The difference between the 50,000 and the 35,000 you are paying is what we are calling the benefit of leverage investing. The example may also apply in other investment. For example, you may have a bond that is earning you 17 to 18%, and because the bond can be used as collateral, allows you to borrow some money against it. And because you have a sure asset as collateral, you may realize the bank could give you maybe at an interest of 17% or 16%, lower than the interest that you're earning. Now you can use the money that you have borrowed for other investment options. Leverage investing, it's important to note, only works where you can access cost that is either cheap or relatively cheaper than the investment options that you have. So for example, people who have MOUs with the employer where they can borrow loans for 8%, 9%, 10%, or even guys in circles where they can borrow at 12%. If you are to borrow 1,000,000 shillings at 12%, and then you put it in another investment vehicle where the rate of return is 18%, then you can take advantage of this leverage investment. But you also remember there are risks to this because there are market forces. So you may take the house, for example, hoping that the rental income will always be that consistent, and then if for one reason or the other the rent falls or there is no tenant in the house, then you would be exposed because of that risk. There is also the risk of collecting too much debt. If you are leveraging your assets for debt and for one reason or the other you are unable to service the loan as you had hoped, then you will be exposed to the debt risk. So it's important that when you are deciding to leverage investment, like any other investment, you also consider the risk because it's not a risk-free investment. Money254.co.ke has written more about the ways that you can use other people's money to grow your wealth. Click on the link on the bio to learn more.